Hello, Red here, bringing you part 151 in the new corrected audio format. Not corrected for audio format, just an overview. A talk over a pre-recording I did. So for those who decided to skip a few episodes, part 150 and 151 did not work out. I think the mic ended up giving out, so that's always fun. So for this part and last part, I'll be doing commentary. So if you missed out last episode, I was trying to go to war against Lithuania and trying to get a single province, and then my king decided that was a very good time, my lieges, to have a large civil war because he wanted to vote. He wanted to vote for a new king. And I will not accept that. I will not have elective succession in my kingdom. Anyhow though, I do also have a host wall, which I literally paid no attention to last time. So now we get to go take care of that. Now these host walls can really be a curse or a blessing, because in some parts of the game it can really help you out if the host wall is a relative and they try to take someone else's kingdom, and you can exploit that. But it doesn't help whenever you are trying to, clear a few walls and then you have some derpy 30k troop count coming towards you every few years. Like, why did you even get those 30k men? This came out of nowhere and try to ruin your day, which I simply do not like. Anyhow though, by consolidating all these kingdoms, it makes it much easier to get more troops. As you could see, all those dukes I originally had in Greece are all consolidated, and I can actually have 10,000 men stacks coming from them at peak performance. Anyhow though, I will keep my retinue building once more, because it wasted a good chunk of the retinue in the Civil War. Well, pretty much is my only fighting force in the Civil War, so lost a good 40,000 men, basically just to attrition. Though that is to be expected. But I do want to wrap up this war as soon as possible. Anyhow, our son should then be charitable, but he does not become that. Okay, ending he ends up becoming greedy. Oh, although both being greedy and charitable will give out the bonuses. Just that being more charitable actually doesn't give you many negatives. And now let's go wrap up all these troops and make sure they go off to battle. Another thing that the AI does really silly is that for lots of host wars, it's all divided up into 30k, right? But the problem is that whenever they try to siege a bunch of provinces, they only have stacks of 10,000, not anything lower. And so if you fight them one-on-one, an army at a time, you end up figuring out that they only have 10,000 men in one stack. So that means if you have, usually would have multiple different army compositions within a larger army, you have multiple flanks. And so you can pretty much flank the entire army simply because you can. Is defaulted, and so you're basically going to win every single time, because even if you're perfectly even or even have less troops, you're going to have more weight to your fighting. And here comes the surrender. Finally, it took Like, this is the third episode having a small war over a single province. That's just bloody silly. But let's go to someone else so I don't have to deal with it to give it out. Here come our 30,000 troops. All nice and lovely, going to go kill that 9,000 stack. You know, they're not even sieging the right province. And that's the one part that just makes me even more sad. They did try to limit my armies here. They were setting my save term to every 5 years. Just make it kind of a bit difficult to do things sometimes. But it was a lot better than originally having a save every year. But if it crashes, and I've already crashed once in this campaign, then you lose all that save. But there you go, see? They had 9,000 men in one stack, and you pretty much just go beat them up because you're flanking from two sides. And your entire siege fails. How sad. You think the AI would be a bit smarter when having its host wars? And look, and there's another host war coming up soon. I mean, don't they understand that when you fight someone that owns all of Germany, Iberia, Britain, well, a good part of Britain, the Balkans, Italy, it's like, you know, you own so much. And they're like, oh, let's go fight them. Why not? Like, no, you're not going to win. No matter how many times you try to fight. The AI is really bad at trying to attack you at your weakest points. I think the main reason why that the Civil War fired is because I was doing a coalition war. So the AI thinks, oh, so many other countries are fighting. I mean, even though they're all spread out and they possibly cannot fight all my armies, I'm just going to revolt anyhow. And of course they lost, with wars. And now Georgia tries to pick up the I'll try to give some time for my troops to arrive. They don't do a half bad job either with the amount of troops they had. Should lose like 200 men, but it gives me extra time to go eliminate that 10,000 stack. Yeah, so right off and go find the White Stag. I don't think I've even found the White Stag this campaign. It's very hard to get the White Stag, and even the bonuses for getting a White Stag is not that great. Not with all the work you have to do to go get him. Why is the world filled with hardships? Well, let's be zealous to find out. And also, that's one extra trait to have, because I've said little traits. This is not my best character, especially since I couldn't teach him myself personally. I'm surprised that he lasted this long. Because I pretty much played this character since when he was like 3 or 4 years old. Probably a bit older than that, but still. But since I'm trying to follow in White Stag, you get this nice event. Which, you get a 20% chance of getting Brawny, which is really good. And I believe I actually get it, yes I do. Now Brawny. Which make my character last a bit longer, so it might last till 60s or 70s, so it is all by chance. There's no promise of actually getting that. And now the Zealous traits are fully at work, getting me an extra small amount of piety, an extra prestige I believe. There we go. And we'll go eliminate the last army of the host. Because your army's so pitiful. And sad. They don't have to have bad composition though. Or maybe they do. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Had to make a quick cut there. The audio cut out, so I wasn't able to get the second part of this video done. This is actually my second recording of it. And now I think it's a good time to hold a grand tournament, especially since we're so old. I've pretty much played his characters since he was like 6 years old. And now we're only having a tournament when he's in the 50s. Anyways, a little bit build-up is very small. We're at noon, extra 7,000 men. Why not? And I believe at this point probably be a good time to improve the capital. It's not entirely necessary, because even though the upgrading capitals is very nice, you don't really need to upgrade it that much, because it directly influences main income and troop count, and we never have to improve or your income with the capital or have extra troops, because you never raise them up. You don't really need it that much. Though it's very nice to have, just as flavor. Anyways, our capital cannot even hold all the retinue that we have, even though it's probably one of the best in the world so far. Since you pretty much just conquered everyone else, and everyone else pays money to us. And now the tournament started, that we officially had. A few people have been wounded and maimed, though I don't really care too much. Oh, someone's been tragically killed, oh well. And oh, we have a nice peasant revolt during our lovely tournament. How dare they. Anyways, Sweden's troops, or formerly Poland's, will be all united. Let's actually move our troops to the other side of the river. Even though it really won't hurt us too much, it's good to at least not lose as many troops because of a river crossing. Anyways, this war should be pretty easy, since there's only 4,000 peasants, and mostly peasants are light infantry. So this should go down relatively fast. And yeah, the troops are actually going back to Perislavl. Bad choice on them, since we're all about to go attack them. And of course our tournament has won by some random guy. But it's a good thing we got that out of the way. At the very least, it gives an extra opinion for vassals. And our son's wife died. She's very old, so we need to go find someone new. So hopefully we find someone that actually can make babies, so let's look around the country for it. And I think probably go for genetics. Genetics is our best choice. You look for someone quick, maybe strong. Have a strong there. You choose her. Is a relative of Baron though. Maybe not. I certainly don't want people getting strong claims on Empire titles. So let's continue to look. I think probably one of the better options here is for diplomacy. Because we are losing, I don't know how many territory to even hold these days, so perhaps having more vassals will help. So marry you off to a nice woman there. Actually, maybe not. I keep looking. I think we'll choose someone a bit down the line. How about you? A 26-year-old strong woman? No. Because of you, Dukes of Crimea. I'm going to bribe you a bit, see if you didn't like that. But still no. And simply because Phyllis is a lover. Oh well. I've moved down the line to someone else like you. There we go. And only minus 400 prestige, so that's all fine and well. Anyways, now we have a new wife or son, and she's just around the same age too, so that works out quite well. If not, we'll have to find someone younger. And our wife finds one of our courtiers annoying. So I suppose we'll maybe sign with our wife. Ah, sure, why not? We'll no longer have the Mistos, though. He's pretty useless so far. So yeah, we'll just choose a new Miscos. And we'll find someone who can study technology. Though there's nowhere in the world to even study anymore. So we'll probably just have to make you scheme in the capital. That's the only use now. It's not really even that important either, because we can suddenly put down any rebellions that even come up. And our court chaplain did a very good job in Egypt, so we'll move him over down to Romula so that he can get rid of the Romulan religion finally. Anyways, there goes that peasant rebellion. There you go, you're gone. Goodbye, you're dead. We'll take you and execute you. 20 piety is not that much, so goodbye. And there we go, peace at last in the Empire. Now just need to find someone else to declare war on. The huge trouble with being so large is that once you push everyone to the side, they either have 0 claims that you can declare war on, or you simply have a truce with them. Yeah, truce on Ireland. Certainly probably have a truce on North Africa. Yes, we do. How about deeper into Africa? Yeah, still truce. Pisa, still extremely annoying since you can only get 1 or 2 provinces from them. But we could declare war somewhere east. Though it's very scrambled since a lot of those countries are all split up between smaller countries. Now we got Pisa, making us declare war for 1 province at a time. Even if I don't get Pisa in Crusader Kings II, especially since they are a republic and you cannot get claims on republics, do definitely just smash them in EU4, and I have all divine right to take them out. Anyways, I think Moldova, or maybe Bulgar might be interesting. Oh, maybe Moldova. We'll take land's already sieged. We'll take Etil, and we'll take it from there. So let's raise up a few thousand troops to go take care of that. I think 24,000 will be enough. That'll be fine. And yes, while we Yeah, I'll raise even a few more troops up. There we go. Just to be nice and get this all done nice and quickly. And we also got a new dog. That's why the hunting trait's so good. Not only are you brawny, but we also have a dog too. Anyways though, I think that wraps up this episode. So I'll see you in the next one when we don't have any more problems with audio. So, I'll see you then, and goodbye.